Hey family, it's your boy, and I'm back with another 8-card spread for you. And the theme I have for you today is safety, inferior, inner child, secrets, childhood trauma, insecurities, dreams, and jealousy. And what I'm getting off the surface is someone is feeling insecure about a secret stemming from their inner child that has caused childhood trauma, making them feel inferior and unsafe to live out their dreams, and as well as making them feel jealous of the ones who are. That's what I'm getting off the surface. But let's dive deep in the meat. Safety says, what makes you feel safe? Why does this bring you a sense of safety? First, we must figure out what it is about the secret that is making you feel unsafe to live out your dreams, and why it makes you feel unsafe. For me, my secret's already out. Y'all just don't know the full details of it, and I'm not going to disclose the full details of it either. But I will tell y'all this. They tried to groom me into liking the abuse, but it didn't work. And it made me develop a distrust in men and overall in everybody, which has played a big role in my silence, making it hard for me to go out and enjoy life and take grip of my dreams. It plays a huge role in my communication as well, making it me feel unsafe to express. That's basically where unsafe comes from for me. And y'all already know what the secret was, which was the S-A and the R. I'm not going to say the full words because y'all know what they are. Y'all know what S-A stands for, and y'all know what R stands for. Next card is inferior, and it says, in what areas of life do you feel below or inferior to others? I only feel inferior in communication, and now you all know why. Enough said. Next card is inner child, and it says, in your childhood, what did you not receive? How has this impacted you? And what I did not receive was acceptance. I always felt alone and left out. And it has played a role in my silence as well, in my absence. Next card is secrets. And it says, what is your biggest secret? Why is this a secret? How would you feel if others knew? Y'all already know my secrets. But here's something else you didn't know. My kindness was never a mask. It was my nature. And they took that from me when I was made to go into silence, barely able to communicate with people. As a primordial being, kindness was my nature. It is a It isn't a mask for others. It's only a mask for others, but not for me. But now the acts of SA and R has turned my nature against me. And now I let people run all over me. Because my kindness can't be fucking turned off. And so I hide away in seclusion in order to try to stop it. So I wish people would stop telling me to take off a mask that doesn't exist. It's not a mask. It's my nature. I was made this way by El and Ashra. But as well, I carry my father's temper, and everyone would do well by remembering that. Kindness may be my nature, but that temper is as well. And that is something I've been capping off. So, to my enemies and those outside forces, keep pushing those buttons and see what happens. Fuck around and find out. Anyways, next card is childhood trauma. And it says, what experiences did you have as a child that impacted you in a negative way? Why was it so traumatic? So not only was the SA a prominent thing, but the physical abuse was daunting as well. It left me not wanting to speak up for myself because it still led to trouble and possibly getting your teeth knocked down your throat. Enough said. I'm not open enough to go into full details without feeling too vulnerable and ready to cry. Next card is insecurities, and it says, what are your biggest insecurities? I'm insecure about exploring the deep depths of myself, my kindness, because there is a power to my kindness I haven't touched yet that is emotionally powerful and empowering. Next card is dreams, and it says, are there any recurring patterns or themes in your dreams that could represent your shadow self? I guess the constant attacks of the outside forces simulating abuse. And although I protect myself very well in dream, I don't seem to do very well outside them. Next card is jealousy, and it says, who are you jealous of? What desires lie behind your jealousy? How often do you feel jealousy? Looking back on this spread, I guess you could say there is a jealousy of the people who can live freely with their dreams and gifts and abilities. And I am ashamed to admit this, because I don't like feeling that way. I hate I feel that way, deep down, because it's not a surface emotion. Otherwise, I'd show it. Now the time has come to get y'all on down here with the extra insight cards / integrating cards. And what I have for you is best use, first impression, protecting, protection, honesty, coming up, who I am, matriarch, and moving forward. And what I'm getting off the surface of these is first impressions are everything. So be honest about who you are, coming up and moving forward. And make the best use of the protection your mother has placed upon you. That is what I'm getting off the surface. But let's dive deep into these. Best use says, what's the best use of my time right now when it comes to safety? There's no real way to make this environment feel safe for me with the outside forces constantly giving me, attacking with the warfare. It's not like I haven't put up spiritual protection, firewalls and incantations and sigils. I've done all that, and it works in the background passively. The ancestors and Most High are taking care of the situations, but the feeling still persists internally, the unsafeness. But that's where the faith comes in. But I need a constant for the daily challenges. So the best use of my time would be keeping the faith that my spirit team has my back. Next card is first impressions. And it says, what do you think is your first impression on others? And why do you think this is the case? When it comes to inferior, my first impression is that they will think me crazy and not accept my input and what I have to say. And I'll be belittled and looked down upon because of my eccentric ways and beliefs. And it has always been that way, even now. Next card is protection. And it says, when was the last time I lied to myself? What was that lie protecting? When it comes to your inner child, I lied to myself when I knew I was different. But I lied to myself saying that I was like everyone else. The lie wasn't protecting anyone. It was to help me fit in so I wouldn't feel alone and left out. Plus, they kept saying I was normal, like them as well. But that never settled in. Next card is honesty. And it says, how honest am I being right now when it comes to secrets? I've always been honest with others. This is the most honest I've been. But if I'm being honest even more, a part of me thinks, what difference does it make? The damage to me has been done. But the other half is saying that this is helping others move forward. Next card is coming up, and it says, what do I fear is coming up when it comes to childhood trauma? For me, more warfare, whether it's being put in jail, concentration camps, or being put through more physical abuse and degrading or death, because I will not slave myself out. But the bright side is what's coming up is an opportunity where someone's going to take a chance on me, see my greatness as I've seen it, or get that response to that necessary action I took to reach out. Next card is who I am, and it says, if I am the average of the 5 people I spend the most time with, describe who I am. Well, I have no friends or anyone that I spend time with. As y'all know, I'm alone. So I will use my dogs. And among them, I am a caregiver. But even more among them, I am short on my kindness of touch because I dislike being bombarded and nipped at when I show them love. I can't rub one without alerting the others. They don't know how to act nor listen when it comes to affection. So I don't do it often as I would like. This card was paired with insecurities. I forgot to add that in. And so that's why I gave the answer I gave. Next card is matriarch. And it says, what would my mother say about it when it comes to my dreams? I guess my mother would say, use those patterns in your dreams to strengthen your resolve. You're doing better than most in this situation. Next card is moving forward. And it says, what has fueled me until now? And how does that hinder me from moving forward when it comes to jealousy? Seeing others with their gifts and abilities and living their dreams hasn't stopped me from moving forward. It has fueled me in my practices and work. I've dived more into my shadow work, and I've started back doing more, getting my books together. Lyra's up next, and I will see you all in the next video.